everybody, Camelia here. Welcome to a new sewing pattern magazine flip through. Today we have the latest Burda style, and if you are for a while here on the channel, you know that the end of the month, beginning of the next month, we get the three magazines: Patrones, Knip Mode and Burda. So that is what you'll see end of the month, beginning of every month here on the channel. So today we have Burda style issue October 2023, so 10/2023, and to be honest, I think I'm just going to give you a spoiler. There are a few nice things, but most of them, I will say that the cover is the colors on the cover are the most exciting. Although the first time when I took a look at the magazine, I was kind of disappointed, but today I was watching it again and I was thinking, well, there are actually some things that I kind of like. But let's take a look. As I said, the cover is really great. The colors are really amazing. This all these fuchsia tones, it's really nice. So let's take a look and see. You have here you know, the book that I was they were talking about also in the other issue. I did buy it. Is this one here, and there are 27 patterns in it. You get a nice very useful ruler, and there are patterns that you've seen earlier in Burda as tutorials from different issues, 2018, 2019, 20, and you know, I think it's a nice one to have. Maybe I'll make a flip through in one of my next videos. This one here, and here they have it in an offer now with the 6 months subscription. So this one, this book, it's actually pretty awesome. And what is great about it, I mean, I have a subscription for Burda for German. The German subscription, so some of the things I don't understand, and if I'm watching here, the most of the things are also with pictures, so I can get a better idea by what they mean. But this, if you find it in your own language, is a really useful book. Again, maybe I'll make a flip through on it. I think it's really great. But let's go back to the Burda October 2023 to see what they give us. Well, the first pattern. Let's see, the first pattern is the jacket on the cover. I really wish they gave us also this pants. I really kind of like the leg, but we get only the jacket. And as you can see, the pattern is pretty easy. It's I think for sure it's a drop shoulder. You cannot really see any details here in the fabric, but it's a pretty oversized style with just a simple zipper in the front. Of course, is lined, and also, if I'm not mistaken, also the hood is lined. They make it here in they call it a plush. I think it's a faux leather, and the background of that faux leather is like a fur, not faux leather, it's fur, and I think the background is kind of boiled wool. The next pattern is, let's see, these ones I need to take them away. They are from the Knip Mode. The next pattern is this raglan sweater, which is made in a sweat stuff. Again, I think it's a kind of what you call it, a French terry, and it has a few gathers here on the shoulders, front and back, as you can see. And I think they used, I'm not sure what they used for the let's see, for the cuffs, the neckline and the band, they used ribbing, and further for the rest is not so much to say about. I really think that maybe it's how is the fit on the model, but this is almost looking like my idea of gathers is always make it like it's intentional, or otherwise don't make it at all, because if I'm watching here, it's just like it's almost not well sewn. Just put a little bit more, you know, to give really the idea of the gathers. But anyway, it's a pretty simple shirt to make. Then we have another oversized model, a pullover they call it. It's a knit top. And this one is really oversized actually, and you cannot see the sleeves really well in this picture, but you'll see it later why I think they put the model like this, because the sleeves are pretty long and pretty wide. And although I do get the idea of the neckline to be a little bit I don't know, slouchy, I think the sleeves is just a really all over oversized. And then you can see it here. Here you see a dress in a really pretty fabric, a skirt in a really pretty fabric, a midi skirt. And here we see the top from the previous page. Only here they say that the sleeve of this sweater is really easy to, you can make it really trendy to just put it up a little bit, and they give you the tip to use an elastic or a hair elastic, where if I was to put an hair elastic around my arm here up, probably I'll get no blood in my hands anymore. So but this is looking really bad. This is not making it better, so probably you'll have to size down a little bit, and depending on the fabric, I mean this looks really bad here. Here is looking like it's really 3 sizes too big, the top, and here is looking like, you know, when you catch your skirt in your underwear or something like that. So this is not a good look. Anyway, the next pattern is a midi skirt, as I said. This one is made in viscose, and the fabric is really pretty. For the rest, it's not so much to say about. It has an invisible zipper on the side, a little waistband, and 2 darts in the back. And I think here the front is it has like an overlap. It's not a wrap dress or something like that. It's a wrap, it's a faux wrap skirt, as they say here also. Then we have a pretty standard dress. It's something that we've seen so much in Burda patterns, like a lot of them. Here they added just a little detail on the neckline. It's like a little cowl that is, I don't know if it's supposed to be worn all the way up or just turn it a little bit. I'm not sure what's the idea of it, but it's something that is really not. It's made in polyester, and for the rest, yeah, not much to say about it. Then we have here a skirt and a vest. I think we've seen vests also. We've seen something in knit mode also, and also in patrones, and this is of course a Burda's version. I kind of like this treatment of the pockets. You'll see it later, where there are 2 the welts are going a little bit to the side, or they are meeting in the middle. The skirt has a little shaped hem here and a little bend on the waistband, and I kind of like the pockets. This one is made in a polyester blend as the vest also. We don't get the blouse, but we get later in the magazine we do get some tops. Then we have this jacket. Again, it's nothing very new. An oversized jacket. I'm not sure if they used kind of the same pattern pieces of the cover jacket. Also here you see there is a pretty dropped shoulder style with a really big collar. Again, the fabric is really nice. I really love the color, and for the rest, what can I say? It's an oversized style. It must be pretty easy to make. Of course, you have to pay a little bit attention on the color here, and I think this notched color is something that you, even if it's so oversized, I'll always make, I think, test garment for it, because I'm not sure. I think this is really big, and they also talk about it that it's an XL notched collar, and I think you should really make a test garment, even if you are not so much worried about, of course you have no shoulders to be worried about or other kind of design elements, but because of that color is so big, I think this is something that is worth to be tested in advance. Then we have here two patterns, nothing spectacular, but something that I kind of like them. I really like this blouse. This one is made in viscose. It has, you cannot really see it very well, it has a pretty wide neck with some gathers in the front, bust darts, and in the back there is a slit with a little button. So on the top, made in viscose, and the same is for the dress. The dress is also, it's a pretty easy style, a straight type. Bust darts, of course, could be really easy cut and made as a top. There is a yoke in the back with gathers at the center back, and the sleeves have cuffs, and for the rest, and some pleats, a standard, a classic shirt type of sleeve. Kind of like this this skirt. We don't get the skirt. Then we get here some creative accessories. We get, I think they had a little bit fabric over of that cover jacket, so they give us a little monster bag that you can use it to warm up your hands. Yeah, yes, warm up. I cannot say much about it. And then we have this really ugly thing. It's again, I was so down about this issue that I was thinking it's not even worth it to make a flip through first, but then I was thinking, well, there are a few things that I kind of like. But this one is also something that I'll never ever make it. It's a hood. It's a, I don't know what it is. And then you have this mitts, also that you can sew them yourself, you know, if you want to try your hand on. And it's something nice I see here. They used, I'm pretty sure that this is what they used for the cord here on the thing is made, I think, with a wave stitch on a serger, and I suppose on a baby lock serger. This looks kind of cool here. And here they talk about it, how to make them. Oh yeah, and I see here, oh, now I understand why they used the picture of the claim from Baby Lock, because the claim serger, well, more of the sergers from Baby Lock, they have this wave stitch, so you can make this. I'm going to put it up a little bit. As you can see it here on the cord, this wave stitch, decorative stitch, really cool. All right, so you know, you don't have a lot, you don't need a lot, only you need this machine, which is around 2,000 euros. But let's go on to see the next next patterns. Let's see. We get a blouse, pattern 101. This one is made in silk. This is what they advise, with a little bit lace insertions here, and there is also a tutorial in the is one of the tutorials in the magazine how to make this. And I did see that to add the lace on the sleeves, they just stitch the lace on the sleeve and then you cut the fabric behind the lace, so it's kind of easy to make. Yeah, what can I say? It's a nice detail. You have here the pin tucks on the shoulder. I think to fit really nicely, you have to have this shoulder point really sitting on your shoulder and not like this. Next, I don't know why they keep doing this. This is not the first time that I'm seeing a picture like this. With this month we get again children's patterns. And it's not the first time that they use this. I remember they had one time a kind of a dress, I think, made in a really ugly gauze, grey gauze or something, also against a grey wall like this. Was looking as terrible as this one. Here you get the little girl's dress, and we get also the shirt. Something to look for it is this little detail here on the collar. The shirt is made in viscose and chiffon, and for the rest not so much to say about it. Then we have this little dress, and I'm thinking now, I think I've seen this dress before, but I cannot really remember. This one they used a polyester viscose crepe fabric. Could look really nice also in a kind of a light denim, I think, with all these stitching lines here. But must be something pretty light, as you have also some gathers in the skirt here, and you don't want to have like a really thick denim for it. Then we have here a blouse, and I think I like this one. This one has that angled armhole that I've seen a lot in the knit model patterns, and I think it's looking really nice. It's a pity again that we cannot really see that detail, which is actually the most how should I say, the one that is putting this blouse apart from other ones. For this one they also used a viscose blend, but I think this one is a nice one. You have the classic shirt sleeve with pleats and a cuff, and there are also a lot of gathers all around the cap sleeve. Then we have the vest from earlier, and here you can see a little bit better that detail on the welt. It's really nice, very nice fitted vest. Here we have, let me see if it's the same or it's just a little bit. This is another pattern, blouse 129. The yoke is a little bit lesser wide here. For kids sizes 110, 134. My girl is already she's using bigger sizes, so I have no use for this. This is a really cute coat, made in boucle for little girls, really nice one with princess seams. And I remember I made for Lisa one time little coat like this from Patrones, I think, and I remember that although in that magazine there was no calling for shoulder pads, and you of course you'll not get your hands very easily on shoulder pads, I remember I made myself some shoulder pads, really small ones, very just lightly padded, because they gave a really nice shape here, even for a little child. I think Lisa was 3 or 4 years old, but it was a really great coat. But even in a coat like this, you should always use the correct support for the sleeves. Then we have these pants, which I can appreciate the detail here in the waistband, but I think it's looking really bad. I really don't like them. These ones are made in a polyester blend with what is this? With a satin, silk satin detail here on the waist. Sizes 36 to 44. And then we have a little blazer for little girls, which I suppose is using the shorter version of the coat from earlier. And then here we have the pants, and I don't know if it's the same blouse that they give us here in the magazine. And you get this blazer. But until we get to the blazer, we get to another dress. Pretty standard dress for Burda. Nothing spectacular here, only they changed a little bit the fabrics here. They added a little bit of lace. And that blazer, pretty boxy style, a masterpiece they call it. And here they used the pants from earlier. I think the pants, they are not even looking so bad if you don't see that detail here up. And the vest, again, a little bit in the spotlight, with some tips on how to sew the lining in the vest. Here you have the tutorial for the blouse. Here you can see how they added the lace and then just trim it off. The retro pattern from this issue is a raincoat. Again, they had something this issue with all these cap things, all these hoodies. There's nothing to say about it. I mean, I would love to see someone wearing this on the streets. Although the coat itself is not bad, it's also not very spectacular. And then what do we have more? Then we have another oversized quilted fabric coat. This is a really easy model. Of course, there is a lot of volume here. The edges are finished with a type of binding. I'm not sure with what kind of binding. Fabric is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, if you have a fabric so cool as this one, of course you don't need so much other details. Here we have another variation of the blouse from earlier. I think it's the black one. Also here with those pin tucks on the shoulder. Another variation of the skirt with the slashed pockets. Here is a little bit a different length, some longer length. Then we have this little jacket made in jacquard, and there are welt pockets, there are some bust darts, there is a yoke in the back. And let's see, I'm not sure if the jacket is lined. But even if it was not lined, it would have been really easy to make a lining for it. Then we have this dress, which, again, something really standard from Burda, nothing spectacular, some pleats on the sleeves, and again, there is not so much to say about it. We've seen this dress from Burda so many times. Then something else that we've seen a lot from Burda, this kind of pants, really slim pants, but the pants from Burda are always nice. This one is made in a denim with a paisley print, kind of nice. There are darts in the back. I really like the slim leg. Darts in the back with a really thin waistband and a side zip. And then we have this skirt, this dress here. It's a shirt dress, but I think this is a nice model. There are some, let's see, there are princess seams with French darts. There is a hidden bottom placket here, but of course you cannot see any of these details in this fabric. I'm not sure why you choose a fabric like this if you have all these details that you cannot see. So anyway, I think the pattern itself is nice, but maybe make it in something that you also can see some of these details. I think this one is a nice one, and even the styling like this with boots, I think is really nice. And we have another blouse. I kind of like these sleeves. They use a lot of these sleeves. Yoke in the back, yoke in the front. I think this one is using a little bit the block of the block, the same pattern pieces as the dress in the beginning, you know, with photograph with the other girl with a really cool skirt that we don't get. Let's see, where is that? I'll find it. You know, let's see. The horrible pink oversized sweater, really boring dress. Let's see, this one, yes. So the blouse at the end, and I wonder why they put them so far away, like you forget that you've seen this one in the magazine. But it's actually the shorter version of this dress. You get it here, blouse 120. And then another pattern that I'm pretty sure we've seen with Burda, a bustier dress made in jacquard. Well, in a dress like this, you'll definitely need to make a really well fitted test garment in order to have it sit correctly on your body. Here are some styling ideas for those really cool pants. And the dress with the wrapping bodice is also the second tutorial of this issue. And I think that's it. Yes. Here you can see what we get next month. We get a really cool motor jacket. Kind of interested in this one. And the trend pattern is going to be corset type dress. Actually, we just had one, right? This month. so this one here, but we get next month another one. And we see some animal print trends, and so we will see some blue. I love blue. Let's take a look at the patterns here. Let's see. So, as I said, it's not so much to be excited this month. It's kind of hard to choose. I really like this shirt. It's a pretty that they did not use a fabric that is really showing the model. This one could be also nice with all the stitching lines, although there are a lot of pattern pieces. The shirt here is nice. This is horrible. It's really very oversized. And I think if you want a nice pair of pants, this could be a nice pair of pants. Burda has in general a good pants, but for the rest, yeah, I don't have a best of the magazine. I think the best of the magazine must be the really nice hard colors that they used on the cover. But it is what it is. Let's hope that next month is going to be a better one. Again, I'm trying not to be very negative because you know, if I like one or two patterns, I think the issue is worth it. Especially I have a subscription, so I get it anyway. I cannot complain too much. But this is it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see what next month is going to bring us. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.